Locally, another person has been arrested in connection with the murder of socialite Abby Choi.
Abby Choi, whose corpse was dismembered with some parts of her body still missing.
Police have searched a landfill and Ta Kwu Ling for the missing remains of model Abby Choi, whose dismembered body was discovered last Friday.
It was a murder so gruesome, so twisted, and so unimaginable that it shocked not just Hong Kong, but the entire world. Abby Choi, a 28-year-old glamorous model, influencer, and mother of 4, was living a life many only dream of: luxury, fame, love. But in February 2023, her dismembered remains were found inside a refrigerator and pots of soup. Behind the bright lights of fashion shoots and elite social circles lurked a dark, cold-blooded conspiracy. One orchestrated by the people she trusted most, her ex-husband and his family. Abby Choi Tin Fung was more than just a pretty face in the fashion world. A rising star in Hong Kong's social scene, she graced the pages of fashion magazines, walked international runways, and attended exclusive galas from Paris to Shanghai. But underneath the glitz was a woman who valued family, cared deeply for her children, and tried to maintain peace even after divorcing her first husband, Alex Kwong. She was elegant, composed, and known for her generosity. Even after their split, she continued to support her ex-husband's family, financially and emotionally. On February 21, 2023, Abby Choi was last seen alive. She was reportedly on her way to pick up her daughter, but never made it. Her current partner and friends reported her missing when they couldn't reach her. At first, the police treated it as a missing persons case, but things took a dark turn quickly. Her luxury vehicle was found parked, but there was no sign of her. Her phone was turned off. Surveillance footage provided minimal clues. And then, within 48 hours, the horror began to unfold. 2 days later, on February 24th, police raided a rented village house in Lung Mei Village, Tai Po. What they found inside was straight out of a nightmare. In the refrigerator, they found dismembered body parts believed to be Abby's. Her legs had been neatly stored. 2 soup pots contained human tissue, boiled. There was a meat grinder, a cleaver, and a raincoat. Everything was methodically planned. This wasn't a random act. This was a premeditated, cold-blooded execution. Even more disturbing, her head and torso were missing. Who could do such a thing? They were her ex-husband, Alex Kwong, his father, Kwong Kao, his mother, Jenny Lee, and his elder brother, Anthony Kwong. Yes, her former in-laws, people she had supported for years, allegedly conspired to kill her. The motive? Money, control, and property. Investigators discovered that Abby had been planning to sell a luxury property worth over 100 million Hong Kong dollars, around 12.7 million US dollars. A property registered under her ex-father-in-law's name for tax purposes. The Kwong family feared they would lose everything, and so they devised a plan to silence Abby forever. According to police, Abby was lured to the Tai Po village house under false pretenses. They allegedly rented the house weeks before, preparing tools and equipment to commit the murder. It's believed she was incapacitated, killed, and then dismembered. The suspects attempted to hide the evidence by cooking and storing her remains. They even tried to destroy her identity, removing body parts, boiling bones, and hiding key evidence. It was a calculated execution. Soon after the remains were discovered, arrests were swift. Her ex-husband, Alex Kwong, was found hiding in a pier, trying to flee Hong Kong. He was arrested with a large sum of cash and luxury watches, worth millions. His brother and parents were taken into custody. Police also arrested a fifth suspect, a woman alleged to have rented the flat and assisted the family. All were charged with murder, perverting the course of justice, and other crimes. Hong Kong was stunned. The media exploded. How could such a well-known, seemingly peaceful family orchestrate something this grotesque? By March 2023, the four main suspects, ex-husband Alex Kwong, his brother Anthony, and their parents, were all formally charged. Abby's head was later discovered in a soup pot, reportedly boiled in an attempt to destroy evidence. Her torso was never found. Despite the horrific details, prosecutors promised justice. The charges included murder, obstruction of justice, and unlawful disposal of a body. But no sentence could undo what had been done. News of Abby Choi's murder quickly spread globally. Images of her smiling on magazine covers were now juxtaposed with headlines of murder, betrayal, and dismemberment. Public outrage boiled over. Vigils were held. Online tributes poured in. Her followers were in disbelief. Celebrities who once walked alongside her at fashion shows couldn't comprehend the tragedy. People wanted answers. They demanded justice. The autopsy report confirmed the unimaginable. Abby had suffered blunt force trauma to the head, believed to be the fatal injury. Tools like a hammer and meat grinder were recovered. DNA evidence matched the remains to Abby. The investigation revealed chilling facts. Her killers had worn raincoats to avoid blood splatter, used gloves to avoid fingerprints, and had taken multiple steps to erase their tracks. The suspects were officially charged with murder, perverting the course of justice, and unauthorized disposal of human remains. Abby's current husband, Chris Tam, a wealthy entrepreneur, stood heartbroken in court, holding their children. As of now, the trial continues. The court is working to bring justice to Abby Choi, whose life was taken far too soon. Her children, now orphaned, live with her grieving husband and family. Her fans, friends, and loved ones continue to honor her memory, calling for stronger laws, better protection for women, and justice for Abby. Investigators delved into the digital world, messages, calls, financial records. Abby's last known conversations became crucial. She had been communicating with her ex-husband's family about financial documentation shortly before her disappearance. Even more telling was the absence of regret from the suspects. Their interrogation recordings, later reviewed by authorities, revealed calculated detachment, like they believed what they did was somehow justified. Abby Choi was murdered over money, over greed masked as betrayal. Abby's children, 2 from her ex-husband and 2 from Chris, are now under the care of Chris and Abby's family. Abby Choi had dreams, to inspire, to create, to raise a loving family. She walked red carpets, traveled the world, and used her success to support others. Abby's name echoed far beyond her tragic end, as a symbol of stolen potential, of beauty turned into a battlefield for control and vengeance. Sometimes the most dangerous people are not strangers in the dark, but those who wear the mask of family. Abby Choi gave love, trust, and support, but received betrayal and brutality. If Abby's story moved you, don't let it end here. Let her voice echo. Share her story, remember her name, and if you're watching this, subscribe to our channel for more real, heartbreaking stories that deserve to be heard. Justice is not just about punishment, it's about truth, and the truth must be told.